Every day, Americans are getting ripped off left and right, and most don't even realize it. From the prescription drugs they need to stay healthy, to the popcorn they buy at the movie theater, countless industries are soaking hard-working people with outrageous markups and shady fees. We're talking items and services costing 2, 3, even 4 times more than what people in other countries pay for the exact same things. Pharmaceutical companies charging Americans enough to fund a small nation's GDP just for basic medications. It's a systemic scam targeting everyone's wallets, exploiting things we can't go without, like healthcare, banking, and transportation. Manipulative pricing games designed to nickel and dime every cent out of your pocket. Well, I'm blowing the lid off the biggest, most shameless ripoffs plaguing America today. Buckle up, because these multi-billion-dollar hustles being pulled on everyday citizens will make your blood boil. You've been warned. Starting with prescription drugs. Americans are paying way more for prescription drugs compared to other wealthy countries. We're talking 2 to 3 times the price for the exact same medicines. Research found that brand name drug prices here in the US were a whopping 2.56 times higher than in the United Kingdom, 3.44 times higher than in Japan, and 4.34 times higher than in Australia. And why is this happening? Well, there are basically no laws regulating how much drug companies can charge. Even after making tons of money from research and development costs, they keep squeezing more profits out of consumers. But here's where it gets even worse. Many drug makers actually pay doctors cash incentives to prescribe their particular drugs more frequently. Let me give you some facts to really drive this home. The list prices for new weight loss drugs are often more than 4 times higher in the US than in countries like Germany and the Netherlands. Wegovy, a popular weight loss drug, can cost over $1,300 per month in the US, even with coupons, compared to around $500 per month in Germany. Insulin prices are also much higher in the US. A 2020 study found that US prices were 10 times those in Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. So what can you do? To avoid overpaying, ask your doctor about generic alternatives, use discount programs like GoodRx, and shop around at different pharmacies. However, the underlying issue of high drug prices in the US requires policy solutions like allowing Medicare to regulate drug prices. Moving on. Extended warranties. Car dealers have become experts at tricking people into paying too much for extended warranties on vehicles. A big investigation by Consumer Reports found that extended warranties routinely cost consumers 2 to 4 times more than the dealer's actual cost for that warranty. Like say you buy a $25,000 car and they sell you a 5-year extended warranty for $2,000 to $3,000. Well, the dealer's true cost for that warranty is likely only around $500 to $800. So you're overpaying by $1,500 to $2,500. These warranties are already awful values, with all the loopholes, exclusions, and deductibles. But then they inflate the price so much on top of that. They'll straight up lie that your new car is a lemon about to have tons of issues and convince you repairs will be crazy expensive without their coverage. Or they'll dishonestly claim it's required by law, or they say it's a one-time deal to add pressure. It's all a ploy to swindle you out of thousands extra. Manufacturers already provide comprehensive warranties for new cars and products. Extended warranties sold by dealers are often unnecessary and provide little additional value. Next up, insurance costs. Have you noticed your insurance premiums and deductibles going up and up in recent years? It's getting out of control. Let's look at some of the shocking numbers. For employer health insurance, the average annual family premium hit $23,968 in 2024. Homeowners insurance has jumped by 59% over the last decade too, and auto insurance rates have climbed 28% since 2011 to an average of $1,682 annually nowadays. For single health coverage in 2024, the average deductible is around $1,700 before insurance even starts covering anything. And good luck getting your homeowner's policy to pay for common problems like mold or foundation issues without first paying through the nose. Banking fees. Want to be seriously annoyed? Take a look at all the ridiculous fees banks are charging people nowadays just to access and use our own darn money. It's a total travesty. The average monthly maintenance fee for a regular checking account is around $15 in 2024. So if you don't have a ton of cash, banks will literally charge you $180 per year just to keep your account open. Then they really take advantage with overdraft fees, which are pretty predatory if you ask me. These fees average 26 to 35 per overdraft transaction in 2021. And get this, often banks will purposely reorder your charges from highest to lowest even if you made smaller payments first, just to make you overdraft and rack up more fees. Or how about those high minimum balance requirements some banks impose? If you don't keep at least $2,500 in your account on average, they'll slap you with penalties and additional fees. For hardworking Americans just trying to get by month to month, it's a real struggle. Movie theater popcorn. Here's one that'll really get you fired up. That overpriced movie theater popcorn? Yeah, well, the markup on that stale snack is certifiably insane. We're talking over a 1,300% markup on average. Let that ridiculous number sink in for a second. So at most theaters, a small popcorn runs around $6.09. Not cheap, right? But wait till you hear the real costs. For that small bag, the popcorn itself and supplies like the oil and bag probably cost the theater all of 25 to 50 cents max. But then if you go for a large tub, which sets you back around $8 or more, get this, the actual popcorn and supplies for that only costs them about 60 cents on average. You read that right? 60 pennies is their true cost for a large popcorn serving they charge $8 for. Next time, how about smuggling your own snacks instead of paying for an overpriced, stale, dirt-cheap popcorn? Organic food. You know how grocery stores and brands make such a huge deal about selling organic foods? Marketing them as healthier, more nutritious, better for the environment? Well, wait till you hear how much of a ripoff the organic premium pricing is. Research shows organic foods regularly cost anywhere from 7% on the low end all the way up to 84% more than conventional versions of the same products. That's an outrageous upcharge. Take organic milk, for instance. It costs 47% more than regular milk on average. And organic eggs will run you an extra 82% more. The craziest part is there's very little proven health or nutritional benefit to organic over non-organic, according to studies. Even organic fruits and veggies like apples and lettuce cost 20 to 30% extra, despite showing minimal advantages. You're literally just paying a premium for clever marketing terms like organic and natural without any clear justification for the inflated prices. ATM fees. Need to grab some cash? Well, using the wrong ATM is going to cost you a pretty penny these days. ATM fees charged by banks for using another institution's machines have gotten absolutely ridiculous in recent years. The average fee for using an out-of-network ATM hit $4.73 in 2021, according to reports. Many big banks will charge you anywhere from $3 to $5 or more just to access your own money if you're not using their branded ATMs. But here's the real kicker. An increasing number of banks are even charging you to use their own ATMs unless you meet crazy high minimum balance requirements. It's a total scam knowing many folks don't have thousands extra sitting around, and if you find yourself in need of cash at airports, hotels, tourist destinations and such, forget about it. You'll get straight up gouged with the highest possible ATM fees since they know you're a captive customer without other options. At the end of the day, these financial institutions are basically robbing you in broad daylight for the privilege of accessing and withdrawing your own dang money from your own accounts. It's blatant profiteering and a huge ripoff, plain and simple. As you can see, countless industries are pulling shameless, multi-billion-dollar hustles to rip off hardworking Americans. But now you're armed with the facts to avoid these corporate rip-off artists. Vote with your dollars, find alternatives, and spread awareness. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other rip-offs I should expose.